Meet baby panda Xiao Li Wu, taking his first tentative steps onto the world stage.
Good boy.
His handlers have been the only humans to get close to him until now. I was just snuggled by a panda.
Yes, you were.
Great pictures. A little shout out for Kelsey, who worked hard to get those pictures for you in the audience. What is it about pandas?
It wasn't until June 25th, 3 weeks later, that New Zealand rescue teams put planes in the air, searching a vast area of ocean. On July 4th, the New Zealand Coast Guard called off the search. But now, many believe the Nina may have been far from the original search site. Evie Nemeth's son, Laszlo, spoke to us in an online interview from New Zealand.
The original information that New Zealand RCC had placed the vessel further east than it actually was.
We think they're out there. We just have to find them.
All 19 members were part of the Granite Mountain Hotshots, a crew that hauls heavy gear into a fire's path, building lines of protection between people and flames.
What do you want people to know about Andrew and his fellow hotshots?
I was married and will be married to a good man. And I want the world to know that they were heroes, that I would find the tallest mountain and shout how great they are. That's what I want people to know. They are heroes, that they are loved, that they will be missed, and that they're still going to live on in our lives and the lives of our kids.
Just 3% of national parkland is privately owned. Most of it is still vast open space. But the fear is that private land could be subdivided, and someday you could look down a valley and see a neighborhood.
Once you start something, it's kind of hard to bring it back.
Robert Redford has been an outspoken advocate of preserving the national parks ever since he shot Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid in Zion in the 1960s. He worries the government no longer has the funds to protect the parks from more development.
The national parks here in this country are some of the greatest places on earth. Let's at least leave something for our future generations so they don't have to see this either on a film or in photos.
When Christopher Dorner made his last stand near Big Bear, California, he had killed 4 people, wounded 2, and there was $1 million reward out for his capture and conviction, the largest ever in California.
Officer down, officer down.
Do you two think you deserve this reward?
Yes.
Yes.
We gave the information that led to this being cornered down there.
The Reynolds say it was their call to 911 and their description of the car Dorner had stolen that led police to him.
Barrett Peterson met an inventor who's already exploring the technology called hyperlooping.
It is ugly and ungainly, made of styrofoam and duct tape. And yet, this mock-up of a speeding capsule may be a look into the future. It will take several $1 billion to build a system for sending these capsules down a vacuum tube with the air sucked out, just like outer space, to eliminate friction. The journey begins when the capsule moves through an airlock.
Man, it's just great.
Sign me up.
Me too. It's just one more example of how exciting the future is.
So exciting.
Yeah.
We are remarkably humble about where we are because we know where we were and we know how much we knew, which was virtually nothing.
I'm not proud of it, but I did.
How much would you lose in a day?
I could lose more than 100,000 in a day.
In one day?
Yes.
The company has tried food before and hasn't succeeded.
But they didn't have a baker. Now they do.
Starbucks' $100 million bet on Pascal Rigo will only pay off if it can turn passionate coffee drinkers into passionate eaters as well.
Much of Broad Beach's sand has ended up here at Zuma Beach, about a mile down the shore. This beach is owned by Los Angeles County, and it doesn't plan to give the sand back. Broad Beach has broad pockets. It's been home to Hollywood's elite: Steven Spielberg, Pierce Brosnan, Dustin Hoffman, and Sylvester Stallone. A year ago, homeowners here built a 2-mile-long rock wall to protect their property. Now they've taxed themselves an estimated $20 million so they can go shopping for sand. They tried Manhattan Beach 35 miles down the coast, where they plan to dredge offshore. After all, back in the 1920s, Manhattan Beach sent its sand west to build Hawaii's Waikiki Beach. But this time, the town's mayor drew a line, yes, in the sand.
Malibu tried to steal our sand, and all the money in Malibu cannot buy Manhattan Beach sand.
The cat's real name is Henry, but on the internet he's become famous as Henri, the existential cat, bored and complaining in French.
Je me réveillais à la nuit même.
But Henri's creator, Will Braden, is not complaining. He's profiting.
Henri would describe me as the thieving filmmaker who steals his torment for my own gain.
Braden's Henri videos have been viewed more than 10 million times on YouTube, creating a demand for Henri products.
It's a surreal thing to say, but I'm 100% in the Henri business. It's my living now.
This past summer, the Walker Art Museum in Minneapolis held the first ever Cat Video Film Festival. 10,000 people came to see videos they could have watched online.
So instead of just you watching it, you are with a bunch of friends or maybe new friends. I think there's something about the social nature of this that makes it special.
Will Braden took home the Golden Kitty, roughly equivalent to a People's Choice Award. Braden has also been honored for Lifetime Achievement by Friskies. It's a little like winning a Cat Video Oscar.